guys, we're back. We actually made it. We're at we're
right here at Bankers Life Fieldhouse in downtown Indianapolis.
I'll turn the camera for you a little bit right there. There it is right there. You can see the sign. And we're also in this unique looking parking lot that we had to pay $25 to park in. It's not really unique, but it's Bankers Life Court. And I don't know if you've seen that sign or not for sure, but the guy that sold us the parking spot said sometimes this is where the family of the Pacers and stuff park at in this particular lot. And so you might be parking next to maybe one of the NBA's family members or something, which is pretty cool. You know, it'd be awesome to maybe see one of them walk out with their parents to the car.
Maybe.
That'd be great, right?
Yeah.
Even a Pacer. I'm a Pistons fan, coming to see the Pistons, but hey, I live in Indiana, and I don't care if the Pacers have success. Good for them. So, let's get into some sports topics this week. Let's go dive in college basketball immediately. Kentucky is only a one point favorite at Louisville. What do you think about that?
Well, as you know, one point. I guess 1 point sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
As although the margin may tend to be a little bit larger. I really don't know. Let's say of course the Cats, coming off that big win over North Carolina last weekend. It should be an exciting game. So have to wait and see what happens, with the game tomorrow. It comes on at 1 o'clock on ESPN2 tomorrow.
Right. It was a good win against North Carolina for the Cats, so to stumble back and lose to Louisville probably would not be a good thing. Definitely need to try to win that game.
Obviously, you got several other teams in action. I said, during the week, I said this is usually, as some conferences, I believe, that start their conference play, I think it's next week. Some may have already started this week. Don't know yet, but I just say, but it's, college hoops, starting to ramp up, just a little bit.
LeBron James going into the NBA. Did you hear about LeBron?
Yes, I did. I said he's going to be out for a few games due to a groin injury he sustained, in the Lakers' Thanksgiving Day win at Golden State.
That was a good victory for the Lakers, but we all know that a single regular season game victory is just a regular season game victory. It just boils down to you won.
Yeah.
And you played better that night. 7-game series and everyone healthy and everyone finally playing together is a totally different story.
Yeah, I guess, that all depends on, who the teams are.
Yeah, because with Golden State, they've been battling some injuries throughout the season. Curry missed some. Curry was there the other night, though. Durant was there. Everybody was there besides, DeMarcus Cousins. And I think Cousins can make a lot of big difference on that team, and we're still yet to see that.
Well, I'm saying he could. Honestly, right now, as the NBA, it's not at this midway point of the season. It looks like it's almost there.
Right. I
guess it's kind of hard to say, who my favorites for the MVP this year would be.
Yeah, I don't really have any clear-cut people either.
I don't. It's a lot of players, making noise. Or, of course, you got LeBron, of course. I had to say him.
Yeah.
James Harden.
Yeah, James Harden might have. Yeah, he's been bringing Houston back, so you're right with James Harden. Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, say James Harden. I guess I throw in KD.
I would throw in Anthony Davis too.
I said, definitely, Anthony Davis. Probably, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, Kyrie Irving? What do you think?
Yeah. Those two guys there.
I almost forgot Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid, Jimmy Butler, and I guess I'd probably throw a couple of Thunder in there, Paul George and Russell Westbrook.
No, Russell is always in the category when he gets a triple-double. He averages still a triple-double. I think a lot of people are not even talking about that no more. They're kind of forgetting about that, but he's still doing it.
Let's say they're forgetting about it. I see, but Russ, he can still get you about 20-something points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists a game. He can still get you that.
He still can. Let's see, besides the NBA and college basketball, we got bowl games coming up for college football.
Yes, I said tomorrow. The college football playoff semifinals are both tomorrow. Of course, first up, you got Clemson, Notre Dame in the Cotton Bowl in Arlington.
Take Notre Dame.
I said, I don't have a pick for either one. Like, of course, the second one, you got Alabama and Oklahoma in the Orange Bowl.
Mm-hmm. And I'll take Alabama to play Notre Dame, and I'll take Notre Dame in the national championship, just in case we don't do a video before the national championship game. Local John's taking the Fighting Irish to win the national championship over Alabama.
Well, okay. Well, I guess it's a pretty. I guess that's a pretty bold pick.
So, and then Kentucky plays Citrus Bowl. How many more days?
The Citrus Bowl, New Year's Day.
New Year's Day.
Yeah, I see. The rest. I mean, you got the. Let's see. You got the rest like the New Year's 6 games. You got the Peach, Fiesta, Orange, Sugar, Rose.
Yep. And then Kentucky getting this Citrus Bowl against Penn State. We're underdog against Penn State though, right?
Yes.
Yeah. We'll see what happens there. I seen an interesting thing talking about, someone said on Twitter, Benny's going to play in the Citrus Bowl, and then someone said, hopefully he doesn't do anything to risk his draft stock. And it was a Green Bay fan that said this. It was a lady, I don't remember her name, but she said, and it got me thinking. She's like, well, he's not going to he won't hurt himself. He'll be fine. And he's probably end up going to get picked somewhere in the maybe late first round. And she thinks he's a first-round draft pick, maybe late first round. And she said he might get picked by someone like the Kansas City Chiefs. Which I could see Kansas City, if some running backs fall off and then Benny's still sitting there and they really want to solidify a good running back. Because they just signed Damian Williams to a contract extension. But Damian Williams is a good running back from Oklahoma. Okay, he's ran good for the last few games. But if Kansas City does want to make sure they have a good running back, someone like Benny Snell is someone that they could get, who they've seen productivity out of at his University of Kentucky. And Benny Snell is someone that wouldn't cost them a high amount of money, and they could keep him on the roster and groom him and make him into either a trade piece or part of that team where he actually stays, and maybe Damian Williams gets traded or Damian Williams stays with Kansas City, or maybe it's a two-headed monster. Point is, I didn't ever think about it until now, but one of my favorite college running backs ever for Kentucky could possibly be a part of the Kansas City Chiefs, due to the fact we lost Kareem Hunt. If you don't ever lose Kareem Hunt, probably not even a possibility. So, Benny Snell, a Chief?
Well, I mean, let's say maybe so. I
like it.
I'll be happy, with wherever Benny goes. Because he's a dynamic running back.
It'd be nice for him to get drafted.
Okay, now since he jumped into his KC shtick, okay, I guess we can move on, a little bit. Talk briefly about the NFL. Week 17, the last week is where playoff matchup, all the wild card matchups and the seeding will be officially decided. Of course, in the AFC. Sorry they got cut off there.
I'll piece it back together.
Technical difficulty, but okay. Let's move on to the NFL. Week 17, last week of the regular season. They said this is where all the wild card matchups and all the seeding will be decided for both conferences. Of course, looking at the playoff picture, of course, the AFC, currently the 4 division leaders. You got Kansas City, New England, Baltimore, and, Houston. Okay, currently sitting in the 2 wild card spots, you have the LA Chargers and Indianapolis. Tennessee on the outside looking in. That's a very interesting. Okay, the KC, they're sitting at 11-4. They host Oakland tomorrow. A win for the Chiefs gives them home field advantage throughout the AFC playoffs.
Period. It doesn't matter if the Chargers win and Houston wins and New England wins. As long as the Chiefs win, they're going to be the 1 seed.
Of course, New England, they host the Jets tomorrow. Yeah, they host the Jets. I think they get a first round bye, with a win.
With the win, yes. Because they're ahead of Houston.
I think they get, they get a win, and a bye if Houston. Well, regardless if Houston wins or not.
Because the way everybody's record is the same now, and for Houston and not Baltimore, but Houston and Indy, or New England, sorry, and Yeah,
like
so
I said, it's both the Patriots
if both
and
wins,
yeah, both the Patriots and Texans are 10-5, but
it would stay the same.
yeah, it would stay the same. You know, scenarios. Okay, the AFC North, the surging Baltimore Ravens, who have won four of their last 5. All they basically have to do is to beat Cleveland tomorrow, and Baltimore wins the AFC North.
Right.
Pittsburgh, which have been in a bit of a slump, losing 4 of their last 5. They host Cincinnati tomorrow. They can still win. That's if the Steelers beat Cincinnati and Cleveland somehow beats Baltimore.
And did you talk about the Titans and the Colts?
Yeah, I was just getting to that. I see. The AFC South, Tennessee and Indianapolis. They play Sunday night. I see. The winner of that game will get into the playoff. And if Houston loses to Jacksonville and either the Titans or the Colts win, one of those two teams will win the AFC South
and become the divisional winner and sit in the four or 3.
4, maybe 5.
4, maybe 3, because if they're
3. I don't know.
If you're a wild card, you're going to be sitting in 5 or 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, because like Houston's a divisional team right now, they're in the 3. Baltimore's in the 4.
Mm-hmm.
So if Baltimore would win and Houston would lose, and then like maybe Tennessee or Indy would lose, I don't know if that would flip Tennessee and Indy immediately to the 3, or if that would mean Tennessee and Indy would end up pushing the 4 and making Baltimore the 3. Don't know until that happens. And then Baltimore could lose. Cleveland could lose, and then Cleveland could beat them. Is that who's playing them? Cleveland.
Yeah.
Cleveland could beat Baltimore, and Pittsburgh could win, and then we got a whole different story on our hands.
Yeah, that's it. Sunday's gonna be interesting.
It'd be interesting.
I said that's the AFC. The NFC, which the NFC is pretty much all wrapped up. Dallas wrapped up the NFC East last week. It beat Tampa Bay. They're locked into the 4 seed regardless of the outcome. Yep. They're on the road against the Giants. Chicago already wrapped up the NFC North. I didn't know they got Minnesota.
They can be a 2 or a 3 with a win and a Rams loss.
Yeah, actually they possibly could.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Rams, they got San Francisco at home. Which they should beat San Francisco at home.
But the Saints are automatically the one and home field advantage.
Yeah, the Saints clinched home field advantage last week, by beating the Steelers. So I see sitting in the wild card spots currently right now are Seattle and Minnesota. And
Seattle's locked into the wild card regardless of what happens. They got that virtue by beating the Chiefs last weekend on Sunday night. But as far as now, it's between Minnesota
and Philadelphia.
The winner basically is going to become.
I think basically the winner gets in. Okay, the Eagles are at Washington, while the Vikings take on Chicago.
And with Chicago still possibility to get a 2, I think they have a chance to get a 2. If that's the scenario, then they're not going to rest their They're not going to rest their starters.
I'd say they might. I
don't know what game happens first. If the Rams game happens first, and Chicago knows, well, no matter if we win or not here, they've already wrapped it up, then they may rest their starters. But if the Rams would lose, or if it happens at the same exact time, you got to play your starters and find out what happens.
I think both games start at the exact same, around 3:25 Sunday. So
it'd be interesting to see.
It's gonna be. Sunday's gonna be an interesting, scenario. I say for both conferences. To see who all gets in, who gets left out.
So that's the football scenario, college football scenario, NBA basketball and college basketball. The good thing about this time of year, there really isn't too much other stuff going on that we could really go crazy over. I mean, NASCAR's not going on, which we don't talk about much. Baseball did have their spring.
They had the winter meetings going on.
Winter meetings. Now. And Manny Machado, I haven't heard an update on him yet. And Bryce Harper, everybody's waiting to see where those two guys land. But other than that, I don't really have any other baseball information for you. You probably know more than we do right now of that point. I haven't been paying attention too much. I just know Manny Machado was visiting the Yankees, and I forgot where he went last, but he visited the Yankees for 2 days, which is good. That was a good sign for the Yankees. But what I'm saying is he could be already signed somewhere else, and I apologize if he did, but I have no idea yet. So keeping my fingers crossed for the Yankees to get him. And Bryce Harper would be huge for whoever gets him, but we'll find out about that. I think this would be the last video before New Year's.
Yeah, it will.
Okay, so we're going to wish everyone a Happy New Year.
Yeah, wish you guys Happy New Year. I said be safe.
Be safe, have fun. This video, this is 6 minutes. I think the other part was about 5 or 6 for cutoff, so it's only 12. I'm going to film a little bit inside for our other video that won't be necessarily with this one. You guys might see some little bit of inside Baker's Life Fieldhouse Forum and maybe a little bit of game action, right? Not much. We don't have any copyright on it. Just we're talking 10 seconds of it. You know what I'm saying? So we'll go in there and we'll just film a little bit, show you some lights and stuff. So, well, that's all I got. That's all you got?
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much all I got. You know, this is our first NBA game. So
NBA, yep, it's first game. So I'm glad we are going to be at this one. We told you guys on the last sports video that's where we'd be at. So this is our special location. So right after this, we'll show some of the inside, a little bit maybe of the tip off of the game or entrance, and then we gotta watch that though because of copyright on music. And then we'll also show maybe a little bit of the halftime show or something, depending on how much room we got on the camera, and we'll go from there. All right, guys.
All right, guys. Take care.
Later, guys.
I said, almost forgot. I said, whatever y'all see of this video, make sure you like,
subscribe,
comment,
and share.
All right.
Appreciate it, guys. Later.
All right, take care. Happy New Year.
Inside. Jay's right next to me. We are over here watching the game. Let me zoom in. We're up here. There's some of the jerseys they have in the rafters here. And you got someone down there warming up. DeAndre Drummond was down there. He's right there, just caught the pass. He's warming up. I don't know who's warming up over in the Pistons.
Now, let's meet the starters for Detroit. A 6'7" forward from North Carolina, number 25, Reggie Bullock. A 6'10" forward from Oklahoma, number 23, Blake Griffin. A 6'11" center from Connecticut, number 0, Andre Drummond. A 6'5" guard from Miami, number 6, Bruce Brown. And a 6'3" guard from Boston College, number 1, Reggie Jackson. The Detroit